Today we are breaking down the new Double Wear foundation, the new formula by your request. Happy Foundation Friday. All right, let's get this hair up. This foundation, apparently I was told, I got this in PR, but I was told to make sure that you don't overhydrate with skincare. So it shouldn't be like a super hydrating skincare routine to start with because of the hydration that's already in the formula. I don't know if that is really true, but I did that. I did a very basic skincare routine. Estée Lauder Double Wear, brand new formulation. It is a matte finish as well as a medium coverage. I'm in color 2N1. So you're supposed to shake it, and then it says to apply with a brush or a sponge. I'm gonna apply a brush this side and a sponge this side just to see. I have never worn this foundation. I used to wear the original a long time ago. But they said that you're supposed to let each layer that you apply rest on the skin and dry down before applying another layer. So let's try it. So we're gonna do this side first, and I just put my finger in it and just tapped it. I'm afraid to use too much. All right, so we're gonna tap this in. Now I'm using a sponge because I feel like this probably will be the best delivery, or best tool to use since it is a matte finish. But wow, I mean, that really did a nice job on covering with just a fingertip amount. And I'm not going to apply this too close up into here again since it is a matte formula. Here is one kind of layer. I think it looks beautiful. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. We're going to do the exact same thing. And I do believe you're supposed to work side by side and blend from the center out because it does dry down. This formula is more drying. Okay. So this formula can be more of a light coverage, obviously. So I really like where it's at right now. I don't know if I love the brush side. I think I like the sponge side better, but just so you guys can see the different applications, I am more of a drier skin type. And if it's your first time here, welcome in. I am 47 years old. I'm gonna take a tiny bit more and just focus a little bit on my problem areas on the brush. Now with the brush side, and the sponge side, I don't know if you would have to necessarily set this foundation for a skin type like mine. I'll let you guys weigh in. Which side do you like better so far on just first application? It feels extremely lightweight. I can't feel anything on the skin. Let's do the other side the same way. I'm just gonna focus on my redness right here. I'm okay with a few imperfections showing through. And I don't typically wear a ton of foundation on my forehead. I just feel like it makes the lines accentuate a little bit more than I like. But it applies very quickly, seamlessly. What do you guys think? Okay. I don't know if I'd build it up any more than this. Comment below and let me know what you think, which side you prefer. Okay, I can already tell you that this is where I'm going to stop because in the mirror, it looks just like a touch heavy. I don't think it's reading that way on camera, but I want to kind of press in this nasal labial fold a little bit because it's collecting, but I am gonna stop at that. It's just, I don't like a heavy coverage. So we're gonna stop at this. I don't really feel like I need to set it. It is not tacky at all. Let me finish the rest of my makeup and then we'll look at it in all sorts of natural light and we're gonna give it a wear test. Okay, so here we are. Everything is on. I do not have one stitch of powder. All the products I have are a cream-based product on. I think it looks really pretty. I don't necessarily know for someone that has my skin type if I'd recommend going as light of a skincare routine that I did. I still might kind of hype up that hydration just a ton. It shouldn't be like an overly dewy skincare routine, but I think I needed another layer of like essence for it to kind of look the way I want it to. But I do not need to set it. It's about 100 degrees here today. So we're gonna get it into a real wear test with this heat. I really like where it is right now and we'll see how it is in natural light. So here is pure window light. Sorry for the beeping noise. There's construction near our house. So I really do like it in natural light. I just scratched my forehead, that's it. But I do not, oh, look at my red dot on my forehead, jeez. But I do not feel like it looks too cakey or anything like that once it's kind of had a chance to settle in. But I didn't even put any setting spray or whatever. I just don't think this foundation needs it. So let's give it a wear test and see how it does. All right, we are hour 3 after the application, and I think that it gets better as you wear it. So that kind of lived in matte look is very flattering right now. So the hydrating skincare routine probably would still work, but I don't think you would put an illuminizer on first or an illuminizing SPF. But it definitely does get a little bit more glowy looking as the time goes on. I actually have pretty bad allergies right now, and I've been blowing and touching my nose. So I think it kind of stayed on really well. So far, so good. I feel like it looks very similar, and it's getting a little bit glowier. So let's give it a little bit longer. All right, let's round this out. It has been 8 hours of wear, and I think it looks really good. Yeah, I look forward to wearing it again. It is just a little bit matte, but which is totally fine. I don't think it's increased any more glow over the last several hours. I think it's worn beautifully. I think it's a great foundation. It's so thin. That's what I really love about it. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Urban Decay foundation that I reviewed a few months back for Foundation Friday. They resemble each other. This one is a little bit more hydrating than the Urban Decay, but overall this gets 2 thumbs up from me. Have you guys tried this? Let me know.